Okay, what are some tips to be a successful real estate agent in 2022? Stick around. Okay, hey everybody, Logan Williamson here. Thank you for stopping by the channel. If this is your first time here, if this is the first time that we're meeting, I am a full-time real estate agent. I've been in the business for 6 years. Over my first 4 years, I did 4 deals. My 5th year, I figured out lead generation. I figured out YouTube. I now have the #1 YouTube real estate channel in my market, and I'm dedicating this channel to helping you grow and scale your real estate business using modern media strategies. Now, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I'd love it if you would smash that like button, give this video a like. It helps me reach a lot more agents just like you that are looking for this information. And if you would like to discuss getting any of my training for free, or if you would like me to do a free social media audit for you, basically just have a strategy session for you, you can go and get directly on my calendar at www.wolfpackagent.com. Now, moving into 2022, there's a lot of skepticism in the market. Are agents going to become obsolete? What's happening? And I want to discuss some of the myths, and I want to talk to you about some of the things that you can do in terms of strategy to be at your best and to win inside of this business in 2022. What I want you to understand right now is that the skepticism and the fear inside of the market that the iBuyers are going to take over the industry, Amazon, Zillow, they're going to put us out of business. What you need to understand is that real estate is very, very intimate and it is very, very local. So get real, okay? There's a reason why Zillow will generate a lead online and then they will reach out to a local agent to actually service the client. The reason they do that is because these internet companies are never going to have local, intimate knowledge of the geographic marketplace that people need information on. It's never going to happen. The real estate agent is always going to be central and pivotal in the real estate transaction because people like working with people that they know, they like, they trust, and who are absolute subject matter professional experts. That's who you have to become. Don't worry about these other tech companies and everything else eliminating the real estate agent because quite frankly, it's not gonna happen, okay? So let's move on. If you have anything, if that ruffled your feathers, go ahead and contact below and let me know what you think. There's a lot of fluff out there from different coaches, gurus, and they say, well, if you want to be successful as an agent, the first thing you need to do is you need to define your goals. You need to understand exactly what you want to do and why. You need to have a definitive set schedule on what you're going to do every single day to grow and scale your business. That's all a bunch of crap, okay? Let's be honest with ourselves here and let's just absolutely cut the fluff. Real estate is a contact sport. Now, one of the beauties of me being a part of a top producing team before I understood that I wanted to go solo, it actually taught me a lot of what not to do, but I understood, and I understand now more than ever after being in the industry for 6 years, that this is a contact sport. Great agent, top producers are on the phone working deals. You are on the phone a lot. This is a contact sport, dealing with people in person, dealing with people over the phone. It's a numbers game, and literally the more times you can get into business-related conversations, one-on-one business-related conversations, the more business you are going to do. So as far as sitting down and basically planning, I'm going to time block, I'm going to plan time to sit down, and then I'm going to plan. You basically plan to plan what you're going to do as far as your activities and everything else, and then you sit down and you take a week and a half to figure out what your goals are when you don't even know what the hell they are because, I want to do $300,000 in gross commission income this year, and I've only done 2 deals, but this year I'm going to blow it up. This is all garbage advice. What you need to do is you need to get busy. You need to get busy, you need to get to work, you need to make mistakes, and after you start to generate momentum, you start to generate income, you start to generate sales. Once you've done transactions and you are in what's called momentum, at that point, sitting down and defining a daily schedule, definitively defining what your goals are, it's going to be a lot more clear, and the ability for you to do that effectively is going to be a lot higher than if you're just simply doing it because somebody told you that it's the first building block. No, the first building block is to get your butt out there in the community and or get online, start posting content, or get on the phone with people that you know may be ready to buy or sell right now and get busy. This is a contact sport. Get busy, get to work. #1 strategy for 2022, just like it always has been in this industry. It's a contact sport. The amount of effort that you put into generating business is the fruit that you will basically yield from your business. This is not a complicated business. It's one of the easiest, simplest businesses in the world. Business is simple, but it's not easy because easy If it were easy, everybody would do it. You got to put in the work. And then once you start to generate the income, then just like being a business owner, then a lot of other problems start to happen. Accounting, cash flow management. Are we seeing an ROI on ad spend? There are all these different things that are related to the business, but the first building block is, what is your shortest path to money right now? The shortest path to money right now is having as many one-on-one conversations that are related to business as humanly possible. Make it easy for people to do business with you. Save their contact information, follow up with them, follow back, follow through. One of the biggest piece of advice that I can give you as a real estate agent moving into 2022 is there is so much noise inside of the industry. There's so much BS out there. When you say you are going to do something, do it. If you tell somebody that you're going to send them property results, if you're going to set them up on an MLS property, drip. If you are going to basically talk to a contractor, or you're going to talk to handyman and you're going to bring them a list, if you're going to send them an email, or you're going to open a conversation, an email thread, and introduce them to your lender, do it. And this seems very elementary, there are so many people out there that do not do what they say they are going to do. It would absolutely blow your mind. When you start following through, you do what you say you're going to do with the people that you're talking to, it becomes like fishing with dynamite. And one of my great mentors inside of this industry has always told me, when you start going all in on doing what you say you're going to do and being consistent, it's like fishing with dynamite. Yes, there are over 4 million real estate agents in the United States alone, and there's a reason why less than 4% of those agents do 25 deals or more per year. It's because people simply do not follow through, and people are not competing to win. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that work 1 day a week or less, or work 15 minutes per day and say that they worked a full day. If you want to win in this business, start to be disciplined, have work ethic, be consistent with having conversations with people, set reasonable goals up front, even if they may be broad. Hey, I'm going to talk to 5 people today just out and about in the grocery store. I'm going to ask them direct questions related to real estate. I'm going to get their contact information. I'm going to add them to my CRM. Those are the things that you need to do if you want to be successful. You need to get busy. Moving into 2022, again, to go back to the iBuyers and everybody that's out there, all the competition, is you have to believe in the outcome of what you want to do. We've talked about fishing with dynamite now. If you know inevitably that you are going to be successful in this industry, if you're not going to be one of the statistics, the 87% of agents that are out of the business within a couple years, then just believe in that outcome. Know that you're going to get kicked in the teeth a number of different times. Know that you're not going to make as much money as you want to right off the bat until you get into momentum and you build systems and processes. Just understand that, take it all with a grain of salt, and commit, and know that the outcome is inevitable. They say, generally speaking, that in any industry, it's going to take you upwards of 5 years to become efficient and to actually learn what you're doing. In most cases, even though we're painting with broad strokes, and that's very general, in most cases it is true, based on people that I've talked to. I happen to know, personally, again, I did 4 deals in 4 years while working in a corporate position. Yeah, I was in San Francisco, Silicon Valley, and I was a top 1 to 5% producer in all of my corporate sales roles, but I was a terrible real estate agent. Then all of a sudden, I figured things out. I figured out lead flow. I understood how to build and structure a business, became a top producer. It takes time. You have to be patient, but you also have to believe in the outcome. A lot of people would quit. One of the greatest mentors I have ever had in my life was a farmer. And one of the biggest pieces of advice, the most relevant piece of advice that I ever had from him or any other mentor that I have had after spending multiple 6 figures on coaching, was don't quit. That was his advice, and I'm going to live by that for the rest of my life. Don't quit, because you never know how close you are to breakthrough. Believe in the outcome. Know that you're going to go through struggle, that you're going to get kicked in the teeth. And moving into 2022, just believe in yourself and believe in the outcomes that you are trying to create, which is success inside of this industry. Now, how do we do that? Again, let's circle back. You got to be valuable. It's not about you. It's about your clients. It's about the people that you're talking to, understanding their problems, understanding where you can help, understanding that these people do have either the pursuit of something that they want, or they're trying to avoid something that they don't want, and you have to learn how you can help these people. Be valuable. It's not about you. Moving into 2022, there's so much noise in the marketplace. There's so much noise online. People are forgetting what it's like to actually just have human-to-human connections and be valuable for somebody. Actually care about helping them. Listen to them. Don't think about what you're going to say next when somebody's talking. Listen to what they're saying and respond based on what they're saying. How can you help and be of value? Huge, huge tip. Think about how you can be the most valuable to the most amount of people in 2022, and you're going to win. Now, one of the biggest tips that I can give you for 2022 is you do have to learn how to be a tech-enabled agent, a technology-enabled agent. Now, if something happened, another quarantine or anything else, even though I hate to say that, whatever may happen, you have to be able to conduct business without being able to be in the same physical space as people. Now, there are a lot of people in an older age demographic that do not embrace tech, but I will tell you there are 3 things that you're going to need as an agent moving into 2022 as a tech-enabled agent. One is a CRM. You have to be able to save people's contact information. You have to be able, even if you were in Timbuktu, to be able to go in, look at your prospects and your clients' information, be able to call them, email them, text them, drip on them, send them marketing material, different campaigns. The CRM is crucial. 9 out of 10 agents, when you talk to them, especially if they're new, what CRM are you using, or what CRM should I use? The one that you're going to use is the most important CRM to use. You have to get people's contact information, you have to save it, and you have to be able to access it at any time of day from anywhere. The second thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a transaction management software, a back-end transaction management software. Now, if you're working with a full-time transaction coordinator like I am, one of the luxuries of finding success in the business is you can hire a staff. If you're not there are things that make it very simple for you. At my brokerage, we get free access to a program called SkySlope. There are a lot of different softwares out there, but essentially the checklist that you're going to have that is state specific as far as what does your buyer or seller packet look like? What are the disclosures that you need to provide as an agent? Are there certain things moving forward? Do you have an NORR, notice of required repairs after inspections? Do you have forms specific to appraisal contingencies being lifted? All sorts of paperwork, environmental hazards, you name it, the CCNR package for HOAs. There are a lot of pieces of paperwork that are associated with a transaction being able to close. And if you're doing all this from memory, you're making a mistake. You have to have a back-end transaction management software. The third thing you're going to need as far as the software, and this is really, it's going to be specific to how you operate, but it's going to be a project management software. Doing, and done. Are you working with a team? Does everybody have a portal where they can go in? It could be something as simple as a Google spreadsheet, a Google Sheet inside a Google Drive. It could be something as specific as Monday.com or Asana.com, but a project management tool. What are we working on? Who's assigned to it? At what stage of the process are we at? Is it done or not? When will it be done? You've got to be able to holistically look at your business with the projects that are on the board as far as clients that you're working that are inside of contract, prospects that you're working that you may have client event or client appreciation things or whatever coming up for, events that you're trying to host and logistically schedule, strategize, plan. You may have different initiatives when it comes to advertising. You may have a number of different things that you're working on as far as outside contractors. Maybe you're building funnels for lead generation, doing whatever it may be, social media management, all sorts of different things. But whatever it looks like inside of your business, you need to have a project management tool so that everybody, maybe it's just you or everybody in your organization, has a holistic view of what is happening at any point in time and where things are moving. Now, to be successful in 2022, a lot of people are asking, do I need scripts? There's a quadrant and it talks about a lot of different things. There's something that's called being unconsciously competent. There's something that's called being consciously competent. And then there's unconscious and conscious incompetence. Now, when it comes to scripts and being able to have real estate conversations, you're going to find that you are not taught how to sell a house inside of real estate school. It's one of the things that they conveniently do not teach you. Once you go through reps and you start to work with hundreds of clients, right now in my sleep, if you were to basically shoot me with a taser and have a client come up to me and try to have a conversation about real estate, I could do it, no problem, no questions asked, and I'm going to ask them the most pinpointed and strategic questions I can to figure out how I can help them right now or later inside of my business and to help them achieve their goals. Now, you're going to find that yes, scripts can be valuable. When you get on the phone with a potential seller, what are you going to say? Well, if you've never looked at a script or you've never had multiple conversations with sellers, you're not going to know what the heck to say. So studying scripts, learning questions. Where are you moving to? How long have you lived here? Why would you consider moving there? Have you considered other places here? Why are you specifically looking at that? What's going on with the house? Have you had any upgrades? Who's going to be the buyer of this home? Because 99 times out of 10, out of 100, they're going to tell you. When you're talking to a buyer, where do you live now? Why are you considering coming to the area? What's your lifestyle like? Is commute something that's important to you? All these little questions right now that you don't even think about once you've been in the industry for a long time, but may be hard for you up front. Objection handling, I think, is overrated, because handling specific objections, when you provide value and you talk to somebody that knows you, like you, trust you, that you may generate as a hot lead from the internet, which is something I want to teach you, what you're going to find is that you want to talk to people that want to talk to you the majority of the time, but you also want to know what to say. So I would say study some scripts, but at the same time, becoming unconsciously competent, being able to have real estate conversations without even having to think about what you're going to say next or why, that's where you want to get. I remember when I first started in this industry being so caught up in what I was going to say next. What question am I going to ask? Oh my gosh, do they like me? Are they going to like me? Do I even know what I'm doing? I understand what it's like to be in those shoes, but you have to get reps. And what I would say is that role playing, if at all possible, and just having mock conversations is very, very important. And the reason for that is a lot of people like to train with live bullets, meaning they like to get on the phone with an inbound lead with a potential buyer or seller, and they like to basically train with that person that could be multiple 5-figure commission check. So, or more, depending on who contacts you. You never know. I was able to compete for a $25 million listing, which would have been a multiple 6-figure paycheck for me. You never know who's going to call you or why, but what you do need to do is be unconsciously competent when they do call you, be able, without a doubt, like the back of your hand, be able to have a real estate conversation and provide value to them and ask the right questions. Moving into 2022, I would say, paid leads are great if you have a marketing message that you want to amplify. There are plenty of ways to get free leads, like from YouTube. I mentioned I had 208 inbound leads over the course of a year completely for free from my YouTube channel. I've had people in my group that have done over 80 deals in a year for free simply from their YouTube channel. If that's something that you're interested in, I want you to go to www.wolfpackagent.com, get on my calendar. I will discuss what I can do to help you, give you a free YouTube audit or a strategy session, or discuss what it's like to get all my and my partners training for free by partnering. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, click that like button, and I will tell you what, if you have any questions or anything that I can do to actually help you grow and scale your business, make sure that you comment below, because I want to help you moving into 2022 and beyond. I'll see you in the next one.